Hey everyone, so today we're going to do a bronzy, shimmery goddess type of look using the Dose of Color Hidden Treasures palette, which I am absolutely obsessed with. So to start, like we do every video, we're going to use our primer. I use the NYX Total Control Drop Primer. It's really nice, makes my face feel really smooth, and the application of the foundation on top is seamless. So I'm just going to do a few drops of that on my NYX brush. I'm just going to rub it into the face in circular motions. Okay, next we are going to go in with our foundation. I just started using the Fenty Beauty foundation and I am obsessed. It is really great for a matte finish with a powdery feel at the end. It doesn't feel heavy, but it is full coverage. And the color I am is 260, which is a neutral. So I'm just gonna take my big brush here, put a few drops, and blend that in. Okay, next we are going to get into my favorite part, which is the contour. I'll be using this Studio Pro BH Cosmetics palette. I absolutely love this palette. It's so creamy, it goes on really smooth and blends out really well. I'll be using this color. And then to contour my nose, I'll be going in with a lighter color. I tend to see that sometimes when I go with a darker color, my nose looks muddy. So I've started using lighter and that seems to work better. I'm just gonna take this small brush and just blend it in. And then for under my eyes, I'm just gonna go with this lighter color here. And I'm gonna get as close to the lash line as possible. So now I'm going to blend that in with this bigger brush. And then in order to make sure that the bags under my eyes are not visible at all, I'm going to go in with a second concealer. And this layer will just make it look completely airbrushed. And I use the E.L.F. Cosmetics Concealer in Light. And I'm just going to dab that on. I'm going to use my Tarte Blender Ball Beauty Blender in order to blend it out. This is the best beauty blender I've ever used. It is so soft. It has this flat edge. It's great. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to spray it to get it a little moist and then blend it in. Okay, so now it's time to bake. So I'm just going to spritz my blender ball one more time with water. I'm going to take my E.L.F. setting powder. It's in translucent. It's great. It doesn't leave behind any white residue that I found some other brands do leave behind. So I'm just going to put it in the cap. Tap my blender ball in on the flat side and just put it in the areas that we put that light cream. So now I'm going to go in with my eyebrow brush. This is from E.L.F. It's in the dark brown color. I'm just going to brush them and then fill in the areas that I think need a little bit more volume. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow primer. This is Too Faced primer. I really like it. It works really well. I did my makeup yesterday at like 10 a.m. and it lasted until midnight last night. So it was fantastic. So I'm just going to dab it onto my finger just a little bit and just rub it into the whole lid as well as the tear duct area. Okay, so the moment we have all been waiting for. I am so glad I got this. I have been fiending for this, and I finally got it for Christmas. So thank you, Santa. These are the colors in it. They are absolutely beautiful. Some foils, some mattes. Oh, I am obsessed. So today we're going to do a very jewelly, shimmery eyeshadow. So to begin, I'm going to take my big blender brush. This is the Kylie Cosmetics one from her Christmas collection last year. And we're going to go in with this color Locket. We're just going to blend that into the crease, the upper crease. I just want to blend that in really well. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my smaller blender brush and I'm going to take this color Matte and put it into the crease. Okay, so now for the all over lid, I am going to use this brush by It Cosmetics. It's the Absolute Shadow Brush. It's so soft. It Cosmetics has like some of the best brushes I've ever used. So I'm going to go in with this color Gemstone. And I'm going to do it all over the lid. Okay, so now I am going to take my flat brush here. This is the Smoothing Concealer Brush from It Cosmetics. And I'm going to wet it a little bit. I am going to take this Pearl shade and put it right under the brow. And now I am going to take the color Coin, which is gold, and put it right in the middle of the eye with that same wet brush. So by wetting it, I'm just going to pick up more of the pigment, and it's just going to be a lot more intense. I'm just going to go back in with that pearl color and the same brush, and I'm just going to dab it into the tear duct. Now the secret to a really great eyeshadow is a great blending technique. So I'm going to go back in with that first brush that I used, and I'm just going to blend in the whole thing. This gives it a really smooth transition. Makes it all look like it's one. So next, I'm going to take this flat end of my brush, spritz it with some water, and I'm going to take the color Ruby, this beautiful maroony color, and put it along the lash line for a little bit of pizzazz. And on the other end of this brush, just a blender brush, use any of your blender brushes, and just kind of sweep that pearl into the ruby, just for a smooth transition. And flick it up. Just gonna do the same thing on the other side. And now I'm just going to attach it. I'm just going to mimic the same thing on the other side. So now I'm just going to use this color. It's Urban Decay Dark Side Eyeliner Pencil. It's in like a purpley brownish color and it's shimmery, and I just thought it would look really nice with this look. So I'm just gonna bring it along the lash line. Okay, so now we are going to bring the whole look together. I am going to take my IT Cosmetics Unstoppable Powder Brush, and I am going to sweep off all our bake. Okay, so now we are going to go in with our powder contour color, and I have the Anastasia kit in light medium, and I like to use this color. It's the grayest one out of all three of the dark ones. A gray contour powder is going to make your contour look a lot more natural. It'll pick up the shadows better. So I'm just going to put it over where we put the cream contour. And the brush I'm using for this is the Real Techniques. It's a flat contour brush. It's amazing. And now I'm going to go in with my IT Cosmetics Buki Radiance brush. It's the best. I'm going to dip it back into that color and go in the forehead. And then I'm going to use it to blend out the cheeks, just so it's smoother and more airbrush looking. Okay, so now I used this the other day in one of my other tutorials. It is the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in shade light medium. It is great. You're gonna put it all over the whole face. It's going to make it, number one, last, and two, like I've been saying this whole video, make it look very airbrushed, which is the look we're going for. So I'm just going to tap it into its cap. And take a super big fluffy brush. Mine is from E.L.F. It is a total face brush. Swirl it around. And just go over the whole face very lightly. Okay, so now we are going to go in with our mascara. I always save this to the end because I tend to get it everywhere. Either the big brush will get into it and I'll have lines all over my face, or sometimes when I'm taking off my bake powder, I'll hit it with the brush and it streaks. So just always save it to the end, and I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Hello Lashes, which I am obsessed with. Absolutely obsessed with. It is great. And now for the finishing touch, I am going to go in with my Kylie Cosmetics King K Metal lipstick to finish off this shimmery look. And there you have it, a bronzy, shimmery, goddess-like look. This is a great makeup for New Year's Eve and for the winter as well as the summer. You can switch out different jewel tones to make it more wintry or more summery. So thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram, x_NVBeauty, and to subscribe to my channel.